All right, first and foremost, congratulations to the Houston Texans walking into Acrisure Stadium and handing Pittsburgh their first loss on a Monday night since 1991 when Chuck Noll was at the helm. Pittsburgh had not lost since Bush Sr. administration on a Monday, albeit none of them have been played on the postseason, but that's neither here nor there. We laid an absolute egg on offense, but albeit I can give a little bit of grace because you're playing against the number one defense in the NFL. Number one defense in the NFL is going to do number one in the defense in the NFL thing. But when you take the football away 3 times and only produce 3 points, I expect to see better from our offense. We got a future Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron, and all he did was go out there and look incredibly elderly. You're fresh out of the nursing home. Give him an AARP stamp expeditiously. Somebody ask him if he wants to go play bingo because he doesn't want to play football whatsoever. DK Metcalf, you came back from suspension. Oh man, you swang and missed against a Lion fan with blue hair. The Texans had a little bit of blue on their jerseys. You could have imposed your will. After the 2 receptions on the first opening 2 drives, you did nothing for the remainder of the game. Wide open. Guess who I want to dress up as? I'm A.J. Brown. Turn on the goddamn Saddam Hussein edits because you played like absolute ass. Calvin Austin couldn't make no plays left and right. Arthur Smith, what was the play call? Pat Freiermuth was killing defenses on the scene since December kicked off. We're not giving the football to this man at all until it's late in the 4th quarter. Then we want to throw the ball. Piss poor play calling. The game was 7-6. Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell barely had the football to try to run the football between the tackles. Every time we're trying to outspeed people to the outside, we looked like absolute garbage on offense. The offensive line actually, for all intents and purposes, through 3 quarters, was at least somewhat corralling up front. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter was bringing pressure left and right, but they were doing decent because, again, you're going against the number 1 defense in the NFL. But still, if you have 3 takeaways, you have to produce points. Our defense continued to be bend, don't break. And I can't ask for a better performance, albeit in the 2nd quarter gave up a touchdown on a 90-plus yard drive. But for the most part, they held Houston in check and took the ball away. In the 4th quarter, I expect you to be tired. I can't lose my mind all over the defense because, for all intents and purposes, held them to 14 points. The offense has to go and produce, but there is an individual on defense who does need to be excoriated, needs to be eliminated and investigated for domestic terrorism because Eccles, albeit you caught an interception, what the hell were you doing all day? Every single big play that you saw coming from a Houston wide receiver, 26 was getting burnt. This man was fresh out the toaster every single time you saw a Texan big play. What are you doing? How long you gonna be in the skillet? Are you playing football or not? Coach, give me a helmet. I'll go out there on the field and make better plays than Eccles. Every single play, 2-6, getting cooked. You fresh out the laundromat. You washed. Fabric softener. I bet that brother smell magnificent because he's absolutely washed. You can't guard a soul. Every single Texan could have got yardage on Unico Collins. Hope you get well soon, brother. He was cooking you. All day long, you had Christian Captain Kirk looking like it was Star Trek all day, cooking our secondary primarily on yo bum ass. This was ridiculous. Stone Cold Steve Austin could have went out there, showed you this how the white man run the football all over Eccles because he can't guard anybody. George Bush could have stepped out there and got yardage against your ass. You had this man looking like Chris Hogan in the AFC Championship in 2016. We can't guard a soul. Oh no, unless it's Christian Kirk. This is stupid. Every single big game, Pittsburgh comes up short. And let me tell you something right now. I'll take this goofy ass helmet off. Let me tell you something right now. 3rd downs. Offense, we couldn't produce. Defense, we couldn't get a stop. That's a recipe for disaster. How is 1 down absolutely cooking us every single time? It's the same old Steelers football. How many times over the course of the last 9 years have we seen this? 3rd and long, you on edge. When it's 3rd and short, you're like, all right, maybe we could do something here. When it's 3rd and 8 and longer, you're in fear of a touchdown or a big play because we can't get off the field. We extend drives, keep the football in the hands of the offense, and despite the plays that we make on our side of the field, we can't convert. Please explain to me, like I said previously, we get 3 takeaways from our defense. I can't ask for a better performance from our defense in the first half. We hold them to 7. We get 3 footballs in our hands. We only produce 3 points. The fuck are we doing? It is absolutely atrocious. In fact, I'd say it's as a 6, as a 7, as a 8, as a 9 that we couldn't find the end zone. And again, I'll give credit to Houston. You know they're a very good team. That defense is incredibly legit. But if they put the ball into our hands, we have to take advantage. Piss poor play calling, piss poor execution, lack of separation. There was a deep ball that Aaron threw to Calvin Austin. Lassiter is stride for stride with Calvin Austin. You supposed to be a speedster. You supposed to be out there to utilize your legs. You look like you had sea prism stones on your doggone legs, and your devil fruit ability was nowhere to be seen. You might as well have been crippled on the field. Buddy must have ate something to slow his dumb ass down. Was he wearing ankle weights? Where were you, Calvin Austin? Nowhere to be seen. We played like absolute ass, and in the fourth quarter, they took us apart. It was 7-6. They scored 23 points in the fourth quarter. Box Score Watchers is having the time of their life right now because we can't do anything. And again, this is a classic Mike Tomlin performance. Yet another postseason game at home, we fail. At least when Bill Cowher was blowing it in AFC championships, it was the AFC championship. So you at least knew Pittsburgh was going to win a playoff game. Mike Tomlin is blowing it at home. How many home playoff games have we lost? Jacksonville? We was on the road for Denver. Baltimore. We lost against Jacksonville again. We lost against Cleveland. Then we lose against the Texans. All we do is go out there, and what's this now? 7 straight losses in the postseason? 7, longest in franchise history. It's time for a change. And it starts from the top. I might just tell Rooney to go sell the team because Dan Rooney, when he died, the Pittsburgh Steelers freaking essence left. We ain't the same franchise no more. We go out there and we get rolled. We used to be the intimidators every single Sunday, every single Monday, every single Thursday, every single Saturday. We're the intimidated. There is no mystique whatsoever around this franchise at all. We walk out on the field, teams walk into our stadium, and they give us belt to ass left and right. You had the place packed out. People flew from all over the world to come out there to cheer you on, and this is the performance that you give them. And again, I'm going to extend grace to the Houston Texans. They ain't no doggone scrubs. This ain't a situation where we're the number 1 seed or number 2 seed, and we taking on the person who just limped into the playoff. They're winners of 9 straight, but we were winners of 4 of our last 5. And what did we do? Nothing. Third quarter, no team was better than us in the NFL over the course of the last 5 weeks. Not a single team was better in the third quarter. We're supposed to go into the break, make adjustments, and come out and put belt to ass. Nothing happened. No points whatsoever. In fact, Aaron was on the ground. Getting hit left and right, battered and bruised. Get ready for retirement, sir. File for unemployment, sir. You'll never play football again. Had you going out like Marino in the playoffs. I don't know if he came back in 2000 later after he took that 62-7, but that's neither here nor there. We got washed. Hal Duggar, you came in after Clark left the game. What did you do? Whole lot of nothing. Change the last name from Duggar to Digger because all you did was dig yourself a grave that you're going to have to go and lay in because you made no plays. All second half, third downs, they absolutely destroyed us. Absolutely destroyed us. And that's the only thing I can say about the defense. They just took advantage here and there. They didn't really produce points like that until those touchdown drives. But for all intents and purposes, the game is on the offense. I know it's a tough task, but you got to go out there and produce. It's a hat on a hat. They getting paid just like you getting paid. Make your check mean something. You got that. They got that crest on your chest. Make those 3 stars mean something. Make that name of the Pittsburgh Steelers mean something. Make that name on the back of your jersey mean something. And we clearly didn't give a damn. We put families' names to shame. We put the franchise name to shame. Cam Hayward, this might be your last game. Hey, Ron, it's most definitely your last game. Where do we go from here? I don't know, but it's a whole lot of the same. Mediocrity. Mediocre Mike. That's what the streets are saying. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. We expected to have a bad performance, potentially. This bad, offensively? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Now, we played against Jacksonville, we down by 21. Played against Cleveland, we were down by 21. Played against Buffalo, we were down by 21. Played against Baltimore, we were down by 21. Played against Jacksonville, well, we were only down by 1, right? We scored 23 unanswered. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers now. I don't want to hear anybody talking about, oh, Mike Tomlin, well, he's won 19 straight years, no losing seasons. What does it produce? He won a championship in his 2nd season. What has he done in the last 17? Lost in the Super Bowl, lost in another AFC championship, and went 7 consecutive times to the postseason and lost. May not have all been in a row, but every time that we line up in the playoffs, guess what's a guarantee now? An L. An L. Pathetic. Nobody should eat Permani Brothers for another 12 months. I would argue you shouldn't even receive a game check. Because this is the same performance that we already knew we were going to see. And Eccles, I want you off the team. Burn his jersey with him wearing it. Don't do that. But one way or another, we in the death note again. Our season is finished, and we're the laughing stock of the postseason. Because guess what? The Chargers last night put in the worst performance. Guess what? We decided, let's go out there and one-up you. And they done put us in that headlock that Gunther put John Cena in. And what do? We tapped out, like we have done the last 17 years. Until something changes from the top, this gonna be the same performance every single year. Terrible. Steelers on 3, what the fuck on 6? 1, 2, 3 Steelers, 4, 5, 6, what the fuck? Because who gives a fuck? Clearly the front office don't, because if we come back with the same squad, it's gonna be the same thing. BTA all day, belt to ass all day, and it's gonna be our keisters that's red and welted, because again, we gonna be the ones who's bent over getting the motherfucking business. Hold on, playoff football is officially here, and Underdog is still giving out gifts, because for all new members who sign up with my code Adonis, ADONIS, not only can you play $5 and get $75 in bonus funds, they're still giving out a gimme pick. Not for nothing, Underdog's been magnificent for me throughout the 2025 season, and my preseason pick'em prediction for the season just hit. But remember, there's no guarantees, so what are you waiting for? Do yourself a favor right now. Either scan the QR code on the screen or click the link down in my description. Download the Underdog app. Use the promo code Adonis, 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 all caps, to make sure you join on Underdog. And remember, all new customers play $5, get $75 in bonus funds, and a gimme pick, and the promotions continue to roll on throughout the remainder of the playoffs. Hey, I appreciate you watching the entire video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And on top of that, hit that notification bell as well. For whatever reason, YouTube's only showing my videos to 20% of my subscribers. So if you have already turned on the notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on. If you never turn it on, turn it on. I appreciate you.